Standing waiting on my mate, guys. I'm not getting a minute to myself a day. Like truly non-stop and hectic. But just life in a council estate, life in the working class. Nothing more, nothing less, nothing that we're not used to. But yeah, I've got a wee video for you. I've seen it before, you know. I'm going to run with the video so you can see it. Sorry for the rain. Have a wee look at this and then I'll jump in at the end.
With Dinesh D'Souza talking about that jihadists actually fear conservatives, not liberals, because liberals are just useful idiots.
When I was an extremist, Islamist, fundamentalist, I would only vote left.
Why is that?
I saw them as very stupid. I would fear the conservatives because they come with principle. That's not someone they can brainwash. But the left, I know they have no values and no principles to begin with. I dare you to find one Islamic extremist that votes for Donald Trump. Never do it. They'd give their vote to the leftist who wants to run around in pride parades. And Islamic extremists are against gays and homosexuals and transgenders, but they want the left to go and get busy with that. They want them, go speak about the climate, go speak about abortion, go kill yourselves, go do that.
What is the fundamentalist and jihadi agenda for America?
The future of America has to be Muslim.
So there you have it. There you have it in a nutshell, guys. It's you know, always hear from the horse's mouth, and this is what we always say, or what I always say anyway, that there's loads of evidence out there that backs up what we're saying. And you know, it is ironic in it, the attraction, and people have always wondered why. So there you go. You know why LGP. Let me just give this a wee clean, guys. LGBTQ are entwined with Islam and Muslims and Palestinians, and you understand now with the Green Party and how they target these socialists, you know what I mean, for their gains, you know what I mean. They use them for their gains. And you know, it's this, they are talking about America, but like I keep saying to you, just like what's happening in England, what's happening in Ireland, why would you think it's not going to happen in Northern Ireland? So yeah, it's food for thought. It's a wee clip that I think you should see. There's loads of clips like that out there, like there is. You know, when I come across them, I'll bring these, you know. And but yeah, everything else is good. Don't know if we'll go live then night. What night is it? It's Wednesday night. I've got nothing on at the minute. I'm just in the door. I'm going to get my dinner. And yeah, if I'm not doing it, if nothing pops up, I will do a wee live tonight, guys. Obviously, I've got Freedom Dad everywhere in Bangor right now, so people will be looking for Freedom Dad. And I think I should be doing lives just to introduce myself to all the people that want to come and meet the MI5 agent. You know, it sounds mental, guys. I know it sounds mental me saying it. And I know CJ will be going, CJ will have switched off and you know what I mean? But listen, it's not me, you know what I mean? It's got nothing to do with me, guys. You know, I've just got to go with what goes on in my life and deal with it in the Freedom Dad way, you know. But it's, you know, it's strange, you know what I mean? I've never had anything like this. Like I say, there's a lot of firsts for me, so there is. My loyalty, you know, my loyalty being questioned, it's never happened in my life, you know what I mean? Everybody around me, like I say, there's nobody ever going to run to the papers and say, I stuck them in. There's no women going to run to the papers and say, he's done this or done that. And I'm certainly not anything else, you know what I mean? I'm Freedom Dad. You know what I've done in the past. The papers like to tell everybody about my bank robbing history and all the rest of it. But that's just the life of a citizen journalist. That's a life of somebody who's standing up and speaking out against Islam. And remember that. That's all I'm doing. I'm warning my community that we've got a problem coming, and the future of what we know, what we fought for, both Protestants and Catholics, it's in danger, you know. And I don't know. For me, as being brought up in South Belfast and being a Protestant, a Unionist, and a Loyalist, and living in Loyalist areas, my mum bring me up the way I've been brought up, you know. that's just the way it is. You know what I mean? That's who I am, and I would want my child to not experience the violence, but experience the culture. You know, and having that experience where both in cultures are inclusive and there's no more divides and people respect each other. You know what I mean? How that works in the future, I don't know. You know, the only way it can work is if there's an enemy. If my enemy is your enemy. That's how it works. And for me, I think it's the saviour for our children and our grandchildren to live in peace together, you know, because of what's coming. And it's down to us to lay the foundations, you know. I'm not saying that our children aren't capable of looking after their own, but I think we can help. We can do a wee bit before we go. We can lay down some foundations to make that journey easier for them. And that's my appeal always on my platforms. It's for my daughter's future. It's for your daughter's future. It's for my daughters, my grandkids, and my great grandkids' future. And this is our last chance as Generation X. And yeah, there's a lot of people wanting to shut me up because they want what's going on to carry on, and they're going to use all of you. What you know, I've told you this before. Anybody working for the intelligence services in Northern Ireland, their handlers are going to be telling them to attack Freedom Dad. This is what's going on. Everybody knows this. Everybody's saying the same thing to me. There's only one name popping up in all this. And everybody in my community knows who it is. Everybody in the Belfast community knows who it is. And yeah, it's a personal vendetta, guys. Like I said last night, it's like falling out with a lover. You know, when your wife or your girlfriend's caught you cheating and they spray it on your car. that's what it's like. It's embarrassing. And but at the same time, it is part of attacks. It is part of what we do, and anybody that comes behind me will probably have to deal with this kind of thing as well. But the main thing is that they're showing themselves now. Everybody can see, you know what I mean, they're talking about it, you know what I mean, and everybody's watching and taking note. And yeah, they're not doing themselves any favours, and I do not have to say a word, lift a finger, or do anything. They're doing it all for me, and that's the bottom line. So I'm not worried about it. Nobody around me in this room here is worried about it. Every house and people I've just been with, having coffee with, we all find it a wee bit funny and amusing. It's not nice for people's gable ends to be painted on, and I apologise for that. Like I say, it's out of my control. You know, and you know, hopefully the council will take it down. Like I say, I'm not doing. I've made my situation clear. You know, if people want to put stuff up on the wall, then it's up on the wall. You take it down, they're going to put it back up. So just let them do what they're doing. At the end of the day, people are talking about Freedom Dad a lot more than they were before they put that up on the wall. So that's a bonus. So that's me. That's it, guys. I will come maybe 7. What time's the party at? 3:30. We've got a wee party to go to. So won't be drinking. There won't be any drink, will there?
No.
Just double checking. So yeah, guys, life goes on. Working class. Quite a crazy day, to be honest with you. I don't know how much I can bring you, but you know, maybe get Fred round, get a chat with you. Get old Freddie back, you know what I mean? But yeah, it's working class. It's the ranch, guys. If you know, you know, and some things never change. I'm Freedom Dad, and God bless.